how do we fix that mentality, like the character flaw that you have of that desperation? And because this is what we're talking about.
Yes.
Being in desperate situations where you have nothing to bring to the table, and that's what happens when you sign a deal where you're getting screwed in the back.
Yes.
And that's the same thing when you're in the executive office and you're getting screwed in the back. The same way, it's the same. You're getting fucked on two sides. What I'm trying to say is, so how do we get past that mentality of that desperate, I need the deal, I need to sign with them, I need to, collaborate with these people, I need to give them my rights, I need to give up this to get that? Like, at what point do we say to ourselves, we got to stop needing these people and start creating what we need to do and just live with the results? Because we want to all make it big. We don't want to make it locally. We want to make it big, bro, globally. We want to hit the pinnacle, hit the top of the mountain. We're not, even when someone creates a business, they're not trying to just be a average business. They want to be above average business, making good money, have good clientele and all that type of stuff. So how do you get past your shortcomings, especially when you just start something or you never really got your feet wet, an opportunity comes knocking at your door, but you're going to have to give up something, and that something might not be something that sits with you well, like it could be intellectual property, it could be whatever it is. I'm not going to go to extreme as Terrence Howard, but even that's a possibility for some people, right? Women, I know, can give up sex for opportunity.
Yes.
You get what I mean? Men are doing the same.
Yeah.
So my whole thing is, how do you get past that point of the mentality? Because I feel like that's the one that plagues most people. It's the mentality that, you know what, nothing else. I mean, I can't say no to a good deal. Like, it's going to make my life better. Why would I say no? Because like I said, a woman's going to say the same thing to herself a lot of times, but it's only her integrity that's going to protect her.
So speaking on that, the integrity part, I think the only thing a person can really do to prepare for something of that sort is the culture in which you come into. If honor is a big thing, saving face is a big thing in your culture, integrity is a big thing in your culture, then you won't sell yourself short to partake in those things. But if there's no strong culture behind you, and everything is just to the wayside and anything goes and you're going to do whatever it takes. And people always say, like, you need to sacrifice to get to where you need to be. Sacrifice can mean anything. That's very vague. You know what I mean?
Vague. What does that mean? What does that mean? Your finger, like,
exactly. What does that mean? So when push comes to
doing
shove,
some demon stuff,
that's
like,
what I'm saying,
what are we
right?
talking about?
It's like when push comes to shove, that thought process of, well, you got to sacrifice something in order to get something.
Poke my eye out, like.
So it's like, well, I guess this is what they're talking about. They're just going to interpret it.
Interpret it whichever way, so,
right?
Oh, does it mean I have to do this?
Exactly.
Okay,
so they must have been talking about this. So I guess this is what I have to do, right? To get to the next level. Maybe I'm not the only one that's doing this. Maybe this is a continuous thing.
That's what happens, right?
It's like a continuous ritual, right?
If I say no, then he said person, because I see the next guy that got the opportunity.
And is where they are, like, they've gotten so far in the industry.
And even the mentality that if I don't do this, he's going to do it. The next guy behind me. So also thinking of the competitive nature of, like, well, if I don't do it, if I have such a big issue with it, buddy behind me is not going to have such a big issue with that.
Exactly.
And his career takes off.
And a lot of the time with people in the industry, what tends to happen is you don't see the cracks in the earlier stages.
Never.
It's always as time goes on, you're going to see the chinks in the armor. It's going to start cracking.
Absolutely.
And then they start to change. We've seen this multiple times where multiple celebrities, they tend to turn either into drug users, junkies,
all type of stuff.
They're in what's it called? They're in rehab for all types of
you don't realize, we're thinking it's like the music pressure.
This is a real thing.
Sometimes it's like things they've done that they never recovered. Just to get the opportunity.
And that's the thing, right? We don't know why they're in rehab. We don't understand why they're a junkie. Why are the heavily alcoholics or drug users
or medicated all the
time? Maybe it's because they're going through something mentally from what they've done, and they don't want to remember it. And it's like when they're not using drugs, when they're not drinking alcohol, it comes pouring in.
Reminder.
When you're about to go to sleep, it could be a reminder. Waking up in the middle of the night screaming or yelling, you know what I mean? We don't know what's behind the scene. But then media wants to paint it off as, oh, yeah, this person's crazy. They need rehab. They need help.
Yeah.
You got Britney Spears shaving her head off, and like she's just crazy. But how did she get crazy? Because last time I checked, when she came in the industry, she looked completely normal.
So now she
everyone loved her.
Yeah.
Everyone adored her. All of a sudden, what, she just shaving her
Money
head?
and fame did that. Nah, I'm pretty sure she had to deal with a lot of
She
traumas.
had to deal with like a lot of
and things she didn't want
executives
to
and
go
stuff
do.
of that
Exactly.
sort, right?
Stuff she didn't want to go do.
The person that played That's So Raven.
Yeah, some of the actress.
Again, the actress shaving her head off, becoming whatever she became. I don't even know.
All these.
There's a lot
these
of
people that end up in these
Justin
situations.
Bieber, another guy that was childhood sweetheart to many. What is he now? He looks like a hobo every time he walks
Every time
outside.
he walks outside, you never even know what he's going through.
Yeah, I don't know what he's going through mentally.